Hi, this is Kim Pinkney, and welcome to my first Art Fight 2025. This is my screen that I created for my profile. It allows you to put like the first 5 characters on there, and I just put like a couple items of how I would draw. And here are my stats. I'm like at 80%. I draw more than I receive. And I got 2 little achievements. One is like just got started, and the other is basically I got 10 attacks. Alrighty, so we'll start off with my characters. So I didn't really have anything solid. So what I did is I just basically took some drawings that I had done, like this one here, Cosma, my werewolfess. I thought I needed some furries in here because this place is like furry heavy. So I have like a couple anthro folk. This is Parkour from the Lopes. Nobody drew him. This is Augie. She's the main character of one of my stories. Nobody drew her. And then Papa Devo. Nobody drew him. I don't know if they just look too complicated or just not enough information. Shama. Nobody drew her. I was not attacked by anybody for her. Genji the Tooth Fairy, I did get one, and I'll show you what that attack looked like. And I got one for Harry Trotter. I misspelled his name. He should have been Harry Trotter the Nay Slayer. My Candy Gladiator, I had one person interested, but they didn't draw him. And I basically just draw a man with candy fighting. And then Meow Reese, she's my first D&D character and my pride and joy. And someone did draw her. Gingerbeard, final character, and I got a couple off of him. I didn't expect anybody to draw him, but they did. And I even drew him in 3D just to kind of show off my skills. Alrighty then, my attacks, and I'll have my attacks and my revenges kind of mixed in together here. So not in any particular order, but Shirley Draws, she's one of the inspirations to get me to join Artfight, and these are her characters that are on Artfight, and I watched her video, and I decided to do her character, her mascot, Little Butch, draw her character with the character. And I apologize if you can't read what she said, but she was really excited about seeing her character look kind of professional. And then the defenses, I had 6 of them. Those are the revenges, the people who drew my characters. And the one, I have her first because she drew Meow Reese. And I'm not crying, you're crying. Basically, this is the very first time that anyone's ever drawn any of my characters ever before, and she looked frickin' epic. I love it. Okay, and then this was a person who was one of my first followers. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta draw my followers. So this is the one, Selfie in Space. And that was his response. Yay. My another follower, or is this one my first follower? I can't remember, but I loved his character. One of the first few I came across, and she is just my spirit animal. She is just amazing. And so this is how I drew her. Oh, let me go through the rest of these. And that's how I drew her, as she should be worshipped on being carried by giant tiger guys and in her own little parade. It's the year of the tiger. You better know it, recognize it. Okay, and then there's other characters. Just people that I had found in my searches. And this is a member of a boy band, and I just threw his band name behind him and whatnot. This is Cora, and I came across her profile, and I'm like, okay, I want to draw somebody a little different. And I believe she's kind of like orcish, very tall, like 8 feet tall. It has a cat, and she's in a suit. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so I drew her 2D. A good portion of these are 2D, half of are 2D. And she's telling her cat not to get any fur on her suit. And then she revenged me with this drawing of Genji. And I was like, yay. And I think this is like one of the few that are hand-drawn. And I respect a hand-drawn image. All right, and this is Nerida. I thought she was gorgeous. So, but she had a whole lot of detail. She took forever to do. Everything was just so detailed and just so beautiful. And then I was revenged with Gingerbeard. This is their version. I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. He's got his little ghost hat on. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is the first 3D image that I decided. I thought he would be kind of cool and pretty simple. And he didn't take too long to do. And I noticed that this person didn't have any attacks, so I decided to go for it. This is Mike Tiny. Sorry about the jumping around and stuff. Trying to scroll upwards and it just didn't want to cooperate. Anyway, so there's my version. And everybody had like a little 2025 border around it that I created. And this is what I came up with Mike Tiny. Now this site doesn't allow you to do like high-res images. And he didn't put any comment on this one. But when he revenged me, he gave me a comment, no thank you. And so I ended up on Imager. I went ahead and uploaded the higher res images so they could see the character better. And I can't stand that site because it just is not good for my ego. I got a lot of negative numbers on my characters. And that's the revenge. And I was like, hey. And I like the revenge because it's like, he's a cookie. And the main character likes to chew on the cookie. All right, the next one I thought that would be an interesting one to do for 3D was this one right here. I was definitely not going to draw them Doodlebug with a cigarette in her mouth. So I'm like, okay. This is what I came up with. And I see that there's 2 other attacks after me. And I went ahead and just showed some higher res images. The turn, for some reason, was really fast. And then came the revenge. I was not ready for this. This is my Nayslayer. Harry Trotter. He looks magnificent. Alrighty, and then I didn't recognize it at first, but I'm like, that's my werewolf chick. Oh my gosh. So yay. I didn't get to revenge them. Now Lakota, this one was cute. I thought I wanted to draw some cute characters. And I found this one, saved it, and this is what I came up with. I put the character on a swing, and the OC, or the creator says, I'm sobbing, I love this so much. And I do too. I keep looking back at it. Now here's another fun one. Mimi was just too cute to pass up. So I went ahead and snagged her. And this is what I came up with. Hanging with Mimi. And I made these, I don't know if you can tell, but I made these with the Barrel of Monkey characters. Now Blue Yell, they are very strict about this character. And this is what I came up with. I had her make the heart symbol, and I just went nuts with these beads, and she was cool with it. So I'm like, yay! Yay. All right, now this guy, he never popped up, and I thought he was weird the way he looked, and I made an excuse that his hat is actually hair. I thought it'd be weird to draw this naked guy, so I made his trident and took the fossil symbol and made armor. Okay, now I did two of this person's characters. This is, I believe, Tanya. And I thought she was just too cute to pass up. And I did this one in 2D. And then House was really cute. And I didn't know they were of the same person. I just thought they were cute, grabbed them, put them in my bookmarks. And she was like, oh my God, another one. I'm like, oh, my bad. And she didn't revenge me. Now I started getting into the 3Ds. And you can see what the original character looked like in behind. And I started to get to the point where I'm going to put like their name on there, on like something that they're sitting on. And then the higher res images are here. And that one was a lot of fun to do. I learned different techniques of doing the fur. And then these are all my 3D characters. Little lady. The big future behind her. I did her name, and then on her pockets, I did the fossil symbol. And I thought it would be kind of cute to incorporate the symbol in different places. I did it on her necklace and on her pockets. This one I only did a bust. And this is Petra. And she pretty much, her character, she only really did a bust herself. So I put the symbol on there, put her name on there. And it's interesting that I think I spent about maybe 4 hours or so. I can't remember. But I spent some time on this bust. You put the little fossil symbol there, other little blingies. She had glasses. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting, interesting. And then her comments are down below. All right, this one here, for some reason, I just cannot seem to get a good link for this one. But this is, I want to do mermaids. So I whipped out a mermaid. Yeah, for some reason, the link to the high res just did not process properly. I can't figure out why. And on the shirt, see, I went to the site and I'm like, man, the link doesn't work. But on her shirt, there's also the fossil symbol. Curry was a cow, werewolf, cow, wolf, and dragon. I thought it was an interesting mix for furry, and so I tried to give it a try. And these are what the higher resolution images look like. Yeah, on the whole, I really enjoyed doing these images. This one was difficult. This one was peekaboo. I was going to do her in one other outfit that she had, but I decided to do the easier outfit. The shoes, everything was a challenge. Eventually, I started to find my way in here, and she turned out pretty cute. And I don't know, this site, the negative numbers are just disheartening. I didn't think she looked that bad, but it just seems that every black character that I do, on this site. It just gets just a bad mark. I don't understand. But it helped me upload some higher res images. So there's that. Now this one was fun. This is Dahlia, and she has a crush on one of the touch-starved guys. And I just had to do, I was going to do all three holding her. And then I was like, my iPad was about to blow up. So I'm like, I'll just do the one. And it turned out pretty darling. I wish this was like a music box. I put the OC creator's name on the back, Joodle. And Joodle seemed to like it. And then I had the symbol of the fossil that they're standing on. I believe his name is Veer. And this is what the original character looks like for Dahlia. Those are the touch-starved guys. And then I'm just pretty much highlighting what the person had said. If I draw Dahlia with any one of those guys, friends for life. I'm like, bet. Very, very beautiful characters. And she's supposed to be part of that universe. And then even the attacks are just adorable. This one is my favorite. I was like, oh, I'm kind of flushed too. Yeah, draw me like one of your French girls. And then, and that was that. I'm following that person as well. Yeah, Artfight gave me a lot of opportunities to find new artists to follow. And when I followed them, I would look at all their works, and the ones that really spoke to me, I would just definitely reach out to them and let them know that it was very cute. But that was me. And there we are. Took hours. I think it took like 4 days. Maybe about 14 hours, maybe. Okay, and then this is 3D Self. Or Self, Power of Self in 3D. And the original picture is behind, and that's like the only picture that I have of that character. And I just came up with this, that she creates objects, and I just had her do the, and there's the name of the creator. And I thought that was kind of cute to put it on the base. Each one of these is like 130 points if I do a full body. This one I want to do another different lady. Uloth Incubore. That's what the original picture looks like. And after I had submitted this, I had found different ways of skinning the cat when it comes to text. And I was like, ooh, bada boom, bada bing. But we live and we learn. So next year is going to be fire, fire, fire. Okay, so that was Uloth. And a lot of the people really liked the 3D characters. There's something to seeing your character in 3D, spinning in front of you. Hopefully next year I'll be able to have them animated. Alrighty, and we saw her comment. Just gorgeous. Alrighty. Now I thought this was going to be my last one. I chose this one because he followed me on like the second to the last day. And I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can do one of his characters. And just as a thanks for following me. And on his back, I have him, the Sons of Splanarchy. It's a Splatoon character, and from Splatsville. And I've never played the game, but I've seen it played. And he's a biker, so I'm like, yeah, bet, son of Splatsville, or Sons of Anarchy, so it's Splanarchy. These are the higher res images. This one took maybe about 12 hours. No. Let's see, so 2, 4, maybe about 8 hours. Sons of Splanarchy, that's on the back with the fossil symbol. Fossil symbol is all over the bike. On the gas tank, got fossils on there, and just went all out. Put a little squid guy on top, and you could like stir out squid and ink or whatever color that he would use. He never specified. I just tried to get it to look as much as the 2D image as I could. I added the jacket on there. I didn't get to put his name and all that stuff because I was running against the wire. And the very, very last one, I had been working on her in my mermaid phase, and it was just so much detail, and I was so overwhelmed. And then at the last minute, I'm like, you know what? Let me do a push. It may not be exact, but we'll be correct, or at least we'll do our best to be as close as possible. But I gave up. I just, and then the last few hours, I churned the last of this out to get it to look as much like the character as possible. And that is Luffy. And the name of the creator is on the back. But I just thought it was just so much detail. And I'm like, oh, let me at least try. And this is what the original character looks like. And that's it. That is my 2025. I had a blast. And I cannot wait for 2026. You guys, thank you so much for taking the time to sit here and watch my experience. And I hope you participate in Artfight, and we'll see you next year. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel froggy. Thank you. Bye-bye.